know whose voice is who?
Yeah, you have the same voice. His is a little bit higher, but
you guys sound like your brothers. You both working at Egg and Flour, providing delicious pasta dishes for the masses. And today's got to be a good comfort food day.
That's right.
Rainy,
we always
chance
have
of
something
snow.
good.
Yeah.
Rain or shine.
Rain or shine, you're ready. You're ready to serve.
Yeah.
So, Alex, how did he get away from the restaurant? He's the guy that's holding things down while you're living the high life.
Well, actually, this is a pretty funny thing. It's like Wednesdays is his double. So I picked him up and then we're schlepping him right back.
All right.
No, I'm just kidding.
Back to the grind.
Going back to the grind today.
Back to being the face of the joint.
Yeah, of course.
At Egg and Flour. Well, it's good to have you, Alex. You're too busy working to listen to your brother on the radio. He's becoming a star on our show. Our fans love him. Our fans love it. They always hit us up with questions. Today is Hot Take Hump Day. And who's living the high life?
Of course.
And we always say we're living the high life because we hang out with Adam, because you follow his Instagram and it gets a little tiring.
You do good too, though. I think both of you do pretty good in living the high life.
Well, I would say
doesn't suck.
Once golf season starts, KB.
I'll be living the high life.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Speaking of golf season, all right. So first of all, which is Alex is older?
Yes.
Alex, how much older are you than Adam?
2 years.
2 years. Okay. So you did all the big brother stuff. You hazed him properly.
Yeah, we took care of business when we were younger.
I was going to say a lot of all-star wrestling moments, coming off the top rope or the mattress or the back of the couch or whatever that might be.
Of course. It's kind of crazy because I feel like most people think that it's like a drastic difference, or I feel like it's more drastic, but it's only 2 years, which isn't really
practically Irish twins.
It's
right?
almost the same thing.
Yeah. 2 years is not that big a split, but you were still older, right? And who got into the chef game first? Was it Alex?
I think we were both kind of doing the same thing at the same time for the most part.
Yeah.
But he went to culinary school, so give him the bell, Drew. That's a little bit better than me. I worked my way through the trenches. He has a piece of paper saying that he went through
he's a graduate.
other route. Exactly.
A legit graduate. Okay. Well, you guys, since we got you here and we were just talking about it, the Masters dinner menu comes out. Scotty Chef.
I saw.
Yes, indeed. We just went through it, and this is a man after my heart. This is a dinner I want to be invited to. The appetizers are cheeseburger sliders, firecracker shrimp, tortilla soup, which sounds pretty good.
Wasn't there a chili on there too?
There's also chili as well. This is pretty good. Actually, wait a minute. This might have been last year's with the tortilla soup. That was last time he won in 23.
This year was chili.
This year is chili, Texas chili. So he's got the cheeseburger sliders, firecracker shrimp, Papa Chef's meatball and ravioli bites. That just sounds good.
I have no idea what that could be, but
with,
hopefully it's good.
Pecorino cheese and tomato basil sauce. Okay. Right? The Texas chili, and then the main course choice of wood-fired cowboy ribeye or blackened redfish.
KB doesn't look
very
excited about
and
this
the sides.
Oh no, the cowboy.
KB?
Okay, what's a cowboy ribeye? Because I just learned not too long ago what airline chicken was.
That's just the pretty much probably
cut.
tomahawk.
That's a tomahawk cut, right? And so then, along with dinner, the sides will be family-style macaroni and cheese, jalapeno creamed corn, soy glazed Brussels sprouts, and chipotle lime roasted sweet potatoes.
There's no way he's getting up the next morning.
And then dessert is a warm chocolate chip skillet cookie.
Is this
on Monday night?
Oh, okay. He's got time to get it all out of
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the night before the tournament. You got to get up at 7.
It's April 8th, the Masters dinner. What a tradition.
Yeah.
So
sounds good.
Adam, and if you won the green jacket club championship, just imagine this, and you got to pick the menu. You're not cooking it. Yep. You're just eating it. You are commissioning the chefs to come and cook it. What is your menu?
Pizzas, burgers, pasta, steak.
All the food groups.
Yeah, I'm not gonna break this down menu item by menu item. I do like that he throws the chili in there. I'd throw like a broccoli cheddar in there. And I like
we're
French
Wisconsinites.
fries.
It's got to be beer cheese made with Miller High Life.
We need High Life.
Of beer
and
since
if you're making
1903.
beer cheese soup, you need Miller High Life. It just makes it better.
No question.
Yeah. Maybe throw some cheese curds in there as long as they're fresh.
Well, you would have to have, you would have to do the cheese curds, but the hand dipped ones.
A brat board.
Yes, battered.
Right. The hand, when you do that.
I mean, a brat board, is that good for people who've never had bratwurst? You do the little, Saz used to do those brat shots, like the little with the toothpicks.
Yep.
And the dipping sauces and stuff. But I don't know, man. Maybe you just got to go straight up brat.
Yeah, maybe a meat and cheese board just laid out to get us started.
Optional.
What is the quintessential cut for Wisconsin, what would be the cut for like a Wisconsin protein? Let's say you're saying beef. Okay. Is it the ribeye? Is it what would it be?
Prime rib. It's
Yeah.
prime rib.
Yep.
No problem.
Yep. So it would be, in the dinner would be king cut prime rib au jus.
Everyone gets 130 ounces of beef.
It would be, yes, au jus, relish tray,
Sure.
baked potatoes, sour cream and butter,
Yep.
Land O'Lakes butter.
Yep.
Let's see
We need Land O'Lakes to sponsor this.
Here we go. For dessert, we're having Elegant Farmer apple pie.
All right.
Ooh.
Never had it, but you've talked about it before.
Elegant Farmer apple pie with
in the brown bag,
ice cream on top.
with some sort of
Cedar Crest or Purple Door,
Purple Door, like maybe with some sort of unique
Cedar Crest.
with some sort of unique Purple Door cinnamon vanilla ice cream.
There you go.
What are you high?
Optional.
I know we're early.
I know. Really.
Optional slice of Wisconsin cheddar cheese.
Yeah.
Now I don't
And
know.
torched a little bit.
Right. Now I don't have no idea. Maybe one of you two can explain this to me. I have literally no idea, and I have never put cheese on apple pie. Why would anyone do that?
Sweet and salty. They love that.
Is
here
that
as
it?
well. I think that is. I think it's mild though, salty. It's not like putting like grains of kosher salt on a dessert.
Right.
It's not like salted caramel. That's still decent. People really, really like that. But I don't know where it originated from. Maybe someone that's listening can do a little Google work, or maybe Hunter can get in on this. And
this sounds like the kind of thing
from.
that I would have been chasing down during my days at onmilwaukee.com, like when I did an entire story about the origin of the little beer chaser with your Bloody Mary.
Have you ever had the cheddar and apple pie?
I've never had it. I've never even seen it on a menu.
Yeah.
I feel like that's an at-home thing.
That's an at-home thing. That's a grandma.
Probably.
That's Aunt Gert's pie with the cheese on it.
Jeff in Fitchburg is hitting us with a hot take. And you know what, Jeff? I'm with you 1,000% on this. The beef short rib is one of the most underrated meats on the planet.
It's made a comeback the last 5 years, I would say. I mean,
it's fatty.
Yeah,
It's
if
got
you
that
clean it up
flavorful.
before you start it, yeah, good flavor. I think that where people go wrong is that they don't cook it long enough and it's not like really nice and soft. Or what I like to tell people, go to the butcher and have them do exactly what you want them to do and they'll do it for you. So like you don't have to get really, really small pieces or really, really big pieces. Tell them exactly what you want and do it on the bone if you're going to do it. If you don't want to go the short rib route, chuck roast is very, very comparable. Almost the same exact thing. Comes from the same part.
Mm-hmm.
Short ribs are made for braising.
Exactly. Or really quick.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like the spare rib thing where it's like you go really quick or you go really long.
Yeah. Low and slow or
in the Dutch
flash
oven.
sear.
Yeah.
In a big Dutch oven.
I like that. 877-794-1973. Two Pawlaks, one radio show. Adam and Alex are here. Adam brought his brother. What's the special today at Egg and Flour, Alex?
We got a chicken Devon pasta. So we have our mom used to make it all the time. Usually over rice, but we're doing it with chicken, green beans, cheddar cheese, cheese sauce, more cheese on top.
And what's the pasta with that?
Bacon.
And bacon. What's the pasta with it? Is it?
We're running our shells.
Shells. Okay. Fantastic. Well, try it.
That'd go on KB's food truck, I think. Chicken
Yes.
Devon. Were you a fan of that? They do it with like asparagus sometimes.
How can you
I
not
like
be?
that.
I like that as well.
And you like bake it all and scoop it right over white
on my
rice.
quesadilla food truck.
Yes.
Of all different kinds.
Question from Chad in the 608.
I love questions. Keep them
Any
coming.
chance you can ask Adam if he serves any dishes that have no garlic in them at Egg and Flour? My wife developed a garlic allergy a few years ago, and we currently make our own sauces and spice mixes. It's really hard to find places that don't put garlic in everything.
Yeah, so if you get anything with our Parmesan cream sauce, there's no garlic in that. If you get anything with our cheddar cheese sauce, there's no garlic in that. Olive oil and herbs is good, but we do have garlic in our tomato sauce and our pesto, unfortunately, and our sun-dried tomato pesto. But
I mean,
we have salads, stuff like that.
How common are garlic allergies? Because, Chad, your wife could never go to a game, a major league game in San Francisco, because when you go to the home of the Giants, I don't even know what it's called now. Hunter, what's that? It used to be Pac Bell. It was 3M.
Is it Oracle now?
Oracle Park, maybe. I'm not sure. But the concession stands, they have, because it's like garlic's a big thing in Northern California, right?
Yep.
And the concession stands, they have garlic fries at multiple stands, and you walk into the ballpark and it smells of garlic. It smells great.
She's just getting
but it
hives
smells like, I was going to say, if you have a serious allergy, it'd be like, that's going to, or if you don't like garlic at all, that's the prevailing smell.
Garlic smells great unless you're on the road and your roommate eats a lot of garlic and garlic pills, and it smells horrible because it comes out of your pores.
I feel like he's had an experience with this firsthand.
Garlic, if you eat a lot of garlic, you smell like garlic as a human.
All right.
Okay.
That can't be true.
Are you talking about like raw, like garlic?
Like take garlic or garlic pills or stuff like that.
Oh.
And then if you eat a lot of garlic, you're going to smell like garlic. It comes out of your pores.
Could be good or bad. Depends.
All right. Well, if you work an entire shift at Egg and Flour serving up dishes, what do you leave smelling like? Because KB once worked at a KFC.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no. No.
I had KFC clothes. Man, that's all you could wear. It was the worst thing when I was in high school.
We got you beat. We worked at Doghouse. He could tell you about that on Brady Street, the hot dog place.
The dog, yeah.
Yeah, leaving there smelling like a hot dog every day.
Oh, and then you would like go to Subway and you smell like bread. You walk out,
that's all isn't the worst.
That's not as bad as yeah.
It's not even, I don't think it's even bread.
I don't think
you're a walking fryer at that point, KB.
Oh my God. You just drip in grease.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't think there's the hot dog water cologne that's gonna hit shelves anytime soon.
Dirty water.
Good.
But I have seen food flavored cologne of different things, or the candles where they like maybe even have a fried chicken smelling candle.
No doubt.
Or you should
There's
start
a
that,
mayonnaise
KB.
cologne. Wouldn't Will Levis have a mayonnaise cologne because he's a big mayo guy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good God.
It's like just mild enough smell that like you think something's up.
So
hey, Tony in Oak Creek just hits us. He is living
always, Tony.
He always hits us.
The high life.
He knows Tony. Alex knows Tony
Yes.
as well.
Hey, Tony.
He just got the Traeger Century 885.
Oh,
the 885.
That's
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what
it's
that is.
It's a high number.
I got the 900.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
That's the one thing. You know who's any guy who has a smoker, because they are going to tell you within the first 5 minutes of meeting them, and they will tell you exactly what's smoking at that time.
Yep,
that's pretty funny. All right, Newbie,
right? Am I right?
We had our Traeger hot take. Remember, I was telling you, I'm not a fan.
Hopefully we're in that time of the season we can smoke some meats outside.
Yes. Newbie Natalie hits us up on the talk and text line. My Serbian grandpa ate cloves of garlic and his breath scared me as a kid. When we slept over, I cried and my parents had to pick us up.
Why were you sleeping so close to your grandpa?
That might be a tooth,
it was a sleepover.
Brushing your teeth issue. I don't know.
Very close to your grandfather.
Could be. Jimbo on the talk and text line wants to know, Adam and Alex, how do you feel about liver and onions?
Not a fan.
No.
That was Alex.
Yeah. Alex, not a fan.
I like new age liver and onions, not what people are thinking about. Don't give me that.
What is new age liver? What is new age liver?
Maybe prepared a little bit differently, maybe like sous vide and rubbed down and seared correctly and cooked correctly, and not just thrown into a cast iron with like your grandma would do and throw up like an onion chopped horribly, and then they just pour it out with all the grease and like, all right, enjoy. But
that's what we grew up with. And then you had mashed potatoes and beets, and then the beet juice would run into the mashed
canned
potatoes.
Beets, right?
Huh?
Canned beets.
Oh yeah,
like cranberry sauce style.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was like
that
worst.
Ruined the whole beet movement, and it was trying to come back. I think it's bigger now. I think 2025 we'll see a lot of beets on menus.
There's a couple places that do them right, and especially like the salads and
if they're done right.
Yeah,
it can be delicious.
I know Camino does that a lot with beets.
Yeah, they've done that. That was a very like thing for them in the beginning. They ran with that.
Yeah.
The beet salad.
And there you go. If it works. All right, 877-794-1973. Adam, any pop-ups or anything to promote other than Egg and Flour? You got anything? Because we've been telling people and we've been giving away tickets. In fact, we have another pair to give away later in the show to the Christian Yelich Home Plate Foundation fundraiser, which is April 17th at the Pabst Theater.
Yeah, so that'll be a really good one. We're getting dialed in for that. The next one that would be open to the public that people could look out for, get tickets for, is a one-of-a-kind Jacques Pepin 9090, which is his 90th birthday celebration at the Pfister Hotel on Monday. This coming up Monday, you can buy tickets online for that, either through the Marcus or Pfister. It's very affordable. There's going to be over 20 esteemed chefs that will be doing stations and raising money for the Jacques Pepin Foundation. I don't know if he's going to be in the building. He may or may not, but I do know either way, he's going to be popping up live and chatting, and
that would be cool.
Yeah, wine and food, and we're doing a really, really cool dish. And I know all the chefs are really going to bring it. So
he is a guy that's been on TV forever. He's like the male Julia Child, right?
That's
He's
him.
been on TV forever.
I think they started each other.
If you got 5 minutes with him, what would you ask him?
Ask him, I would say, what is the hardest thing you've ever gone through? Because he's just a little old French man that's always happy. So I want to know, like, when you're not doing this and this is fun, what have you gone through that was very difficult? And I would say, I don't know, that's so tough putting me on the spot. Usually I'm good. Usually
that's the thing. That's when you got to think about it. Like
you're
one of your cooking
that's like an
idols.
idol.
He is like on the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Right, of chefs.
Yeah.
I still watch his video all the time, and like I'll watch one on how to make the perfect omelet, which he always does.
Of course.
And he's just like, his stuff is so simple, and yet you can tell that the skill is there, and everything he makes looks delicious. But then my algorithm, I'm getting all kinds of French chefs on my algorithm. I'm like, I don't want to see this.
Yeah, it'd be great if
guitar instructionals.
If Bob Ross was still alive, you could have a food and painting show.
You could have Bob Ross painting Jacques Pepin.
Yeah, it would just be joyous.
Yeah. Those two together. You'd have to light something up.
A little bit of salt, a little bit of cumin.
So Pie Day was Friday. That was also Dobie's birthday, March 14th. But Snap from New Berlin, one of our favorites, he hits us on the talking text line, and he has a hot take. He said, pies from the Pine Cone in Johnson Creek over the Elegant Farmer any day and twice on Sunday.
I've heard those are good.
We might have to have a pie contest.
I don't know if I'm the right person. Where do you get pie from? I don't know. He's a dessert guy. He's a dessert.
Alex is more the dessert guy.
Honey pie down in Bayview.
That's not a bad spot.
Okay.
Is that a hot take?
Here's a hot take. Chocolate pie is just pudding in a crust.
That's a hot take.
I'm not wrong.
Maybe he has tons of
French
hot
silk is delicious, though. Damn it!
It is, and the little
French
chocolate shavings.
Absolutely.
I'm not a huge sweets guy, so I like people to tell me like, "Hey, this is good." I like espresso and coffee flavored desserts, though.
Okay.
420.
Like a tiramisu or something like that.
How ironic. We've been talking about food, making people hungry, and now it's
Chocolate
officially
cakes.
420 on the Drew and KB program. Everything ceases at 420, so we can take this little daily detour of ours and ask the question appropriate for this time of day. It's 420. What are you, high?
Are you high? You're huffing grass?
Yes, indeed.
High.
Our good friends at happyplacehemp.com make this segment possible. They've been with us for a while. Rob and Chris, check them out. Check out their products and use the code Drew and KB for a 25% discount
We know
every
who's
time.
the big fan.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Your mom, Adam and Alex's mom, big fan of Happy Place Hemp, the muscle
I think she's
creams.
doing 2 or 3 nights a week standing outside, just like pushing that stuff right in the parking lot.
Telling
for
people,
them.
yes.
Yeah.
So check them out. Always use the code Drew and KB. It works every time. HappyPlaceHemp.com or at the store in Muskego. Load up for the weekend. Going to be a big weekend of watching basketball. And if you're up late watching ball and you need to relax, the Drift Seltzer is
Drew.
amazing. And so are the
Load up.
8
You're telling them
gummies.
to load up.
Load
Come out
up.
of there with grocery carts.
load up. KB, what's the story today?
Well, there's a Bulgarian soccer team. The Bulgarian team, Arda, it doesn't matter. It's Arda versus Levski. Okay, we don't need to know the second half because we have no intention of going to Bulgaria. But it's their top flight league, meaning is the best league in Bulgaria. And prior to kickoff, Arda, a midfield, one of the members of the team said, hey, could you come up here and do this? We're honoring a former star of ours. His name was Petko Ganchev. And he just recently died. So we're going to have a moment of silence. And so they had a moment of silence. The crowd was there, right? And they all joined in, the Arda players. Everybody was there honoring this. Well, turns out that Mr. Petko Ganchev, 78 years old, still regularly seen around town, hanging out, running errands. It's unclear how they received the fake news. But when Mr. Ganchev talked to the media, he said, yeah, he was driving home a little after kickoff and my phone started blowing up, including from my wife, who learned about my death by watching the broadcast. And she had thought I died.
Oh, wow.
She goes, I entered the house and my wife greeted me in tears. Petco, they said you're dead. I don't know what happened.
She saw him 20 minutes ago. He's like, I'm going to go get milk.
That's
already
right.
announcing
And then
it
he's
at the
dead.
game.
And then he announced that he's dead at the game. So, but they had the whole in memoriam segment.
Jesus.
It's nice to know that you were probably going to be missed, even if you're still around. So for the Bulgarian soccer team who decided to have a memorial moment for a guy who's still alive, you can just say, what are you, high?
Are you high?
What are
You're
you
huffing grass.
You got to check on those.
Someone
things.
got fired.
That is brought to us by happyplacehemp.com. Check them out online. Stop at the store in Muskego. Use the code Drew and KB, 25% off your order every time. All right, who's living the high life this week, Adam? You and Alex, of course. Egg and Flour is going to be doing good business today because it's
We'll
one of
take
those
it.
good pasta day.
Yep. I would say this might be I don't know. I would say that all of the MLB, they're coming back. They're getting off their planes. They're getting ready for the regular season. We'll just give anyone that's going to opening day should be living the high life as long as you don't have too many high lifes before
That's
you
true.
get in.
That's true. People going to the
I'll be there.
going to Fiserv for the tournament this weekend as well.
NCAA.
We're going to have a lot of visitors here drinking high lifes and stuff. We're going to have a lot of people from Kentucky, North Carolina, Illinois.
I've got two people that are living the high life.
Who you
big
got?
Time. Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams.
Butch Wilmore.
Fill us in.
Suni
And
Williams.
soon, you don't know who they are? They're the astronauts that came back yesterday.
Oh,
that
they
were
got back. Okay.
They were stuck up in the space
They
station.
were living the high life for 9 months.
Well,
now they're
probably.
at sea level.
Very high.
Yeah.
And I saw that when they scoop them out of the water, they put them in wheelchairs and stuff. Because think about how hard it would be to walk.
No,
They got
they showed a picture of the woman and
Like forget how to walk almost.
no, you do. And what happens is your muscles atrophy.
Yeah.
And so there's a picture of her shaking the hand of somebody, and it looks as if she's almost dead and skeletal. Her hands are really bad.
Yeah, because you're not used to weight bearing. You got to you almost have to used to
I don't know.
walking
Yeah,
again
they
and
have to. Yeah,
having
they have
weight.
to do something when you're up there to keep you exercising.
Hopefully
but it's not like you can't lift weights because there
Hopefully
is
they
no.
pay well.
Reanimation time.
Yeah, you would hope. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
I bet you they're making 50-60K.
Hunter mentioned, I bet. Hunter
Just
mentioned
going up.
Jackson Churio is living the high life in Arizona, right, Hunter? What's his batting average at this point?
500 now in spring training.
Good God. 21 years old, he's batting 500 now. Spring training
That's
means
because he
nothing.
can have high lives now. It was his
That's
birthday.
right.
He can
just
drink.
he's now officially 21. And I just saw, as a fact, I think Jimmy Shapiro sent us a thing with the prop bets for the Brewers. And I think the over-under for Churio homers this year is like 21 and a half. And I thought, oh, he's 21. We'll talk about his age like we did with Braille and Allen until it's no longer a thing. But he's only 21. He's legal. They don't have to worry about playoff celebrations like they used to say. Should we get sparkling apple juice so he doesn't have to get champagne poured over his head and break any laws? Yeah.
At the NL championship, we did the after party, and he actually was not drinking. He they're on it.
I believe it. There's a lot of guys who don't now or don't during the season. Some guys are like
Yeah.
that. It used to be more fun. So Adam, we did get someone to ask because you are part of the Christian Yelich event and have been since its inception, right?
Yes.
And that is coming up April 17th. We're going to have another pair of tickets to give away later. But by the way, is Alex on the travel roster for that? Alex,
He
you get to
is.
go to that too.
He will
helping
be there.
out.
He'll be running the station.
Helping the VIP celebration that you got at the St. Kate.
Yes.
Someone asked if I think it might have someone who won our tickets had said, do I get to meet Adam at the Christian Yelich thing? I'm like, he'll be around. Yeah,
of course.
sure.
I'll be around. Usually what happened the last
posing
times
for pictures with
is-
people and stuff. And
I mean, if they want
in
pictures,
front of the
I'll
step and
do it.
repeat. You
I'll
guys,
do
come
it.
on. I would tell Christian Yelich, you stand over there. I want Adam and Alex. I want a picture with
At the
guys.
concert, I'm usually in the lobby area of the Paps, running into people I haven't seen in a while and like to greet people and whatnot. So I will be easily be able to found. And now this is my song that will be played at my funeral. Here it comes.
Sun is shining, hit the streets. Dancing to
Hunter, is this from you or is this from KB?
No,
this is a
like
KB creation.
one of those AI things.
Don't blame AI.
Oh, this is amazing.
Because we're living the high
go.
life.
in the high life with Drew and KB. Every day's
Oh my God.
It's
It's a bouncy little morsel, isn't it?
Everyone that actually makes these songs and think they're good is really regretting their
The champagne and
I
beers.
thought they were good.
Yes.
I made them because they're horrible.
The champagne of beers since 1903, Miller High Life presents this segment, Live in the High Life. If you have somebody who's living the high life, let us know.
Always.
877-794-1973. Adam, thank you for bringing Alex in. I'll get him back to work because there's people like, that want the special.
I'm going to start getting busy now.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
They want the special. Thanks for popping in. If ever Adam's busy, you can sit in for him. It's like the Miss America runner-up. You can if he can't fulfill his duties on Wednesday to live the high life, we will bring Alex in out of the bullpen.
Exactly. That's
call for the right-hander.
Exactly.
And we'll bring him in. That'll be amazing. Well, thank you guys for coming in.
Thank you very much.
And
always.
April 17th is going to be quicker than we can think, right?
Yeah, it's coming. It's going to be great. And you guys will probably be there.
When you join us next week, it'll be the day before the Brewers opener. Is that right?
In New York,
correct. Yeah. Opening in New York, and then they're home. So the start of the 2025 championship season is 8 days away.
We'll have more things to talk about. Maybe I'll have some Christian Yelich goodie for you.
Outstanding. Woo. Outstanding. Stay tuned for your chance to win more tickets. When we come back, we're going to catch up with Kelly Call, the producer of the Brewers 82 documentary, Just a Bit Outside. New news. You're going to be able to stream it, and he's going to tell us where. Coming up next, Drew and KB statewide on the game.
Drew and KB.